just for a little while, just give it a day or two or three, you could give up comparing yourself to anybody else and just pretend like Abraham's right. And that there is an energy showering down around everyone. And that everyone gets to receive it and utilize it in whatever way they are choosing. And that what most people are mad about is that they are not pointing the energy toward what they really care about because they didn't know that's how it worked. Most people are pointing most of their attention toward problems and protests and things that they don't want. And so there's this feeling within them of unfulfillment that would go away in a moment if you could just stop comparing yourself to anybody else, feel the energy raining down, and then you just awareness it into what you want. Somebody said to Esther, "What do you do?" And Esther said, "I'm a pointer." They said, "Oh." And Esther thought, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. A pointer. They didn't say, "What do you mean?" They had no idea. They just thought she was a crazy person. But if they had asked, she would have said, "I just point, and I don't explain very much anymore. I don't defend. Or at least I'm wanting to do less and less of that. I'm a pointer." And the cooperative universe says, "Okay, where do you want it and when do you want it? What do you want and where do you want it and when do you want it?" If you don't know the answers to those things, then just think about why you want it. Why do you want it? "I want it because it would be fun." That's a big enough reason. Well, what is it that you want? "Well, I'm not clear about that." Then just keep thinking about why. "I want to have fun. I want to be clear. I want to feel good. I want to be excited about life." These are the whys. Well, what exactly is it that you want? Well, if you're not clear, then don't try to explain it. Don't just make stuff up. It gets in the way. Just keep talking about why you want it, why you want it. And pretty soon, you'll be able to describe more clearly what it is you want. Fun people to play with. Great places to go. Good food to eat. Lovely things to look at. New ideas popping into my mind. An eagerness for life. Cooperative components coming to me. Me picking things out of their mind and them picking things out of my mind, so much so that we know that without it being both of us, there could not have been that engagement that created that thing before. If you are deliberate about feeling good before you engage, then they can't call anything from you that isn't active. So they always benefit. So it's like being deliberate about your awareness of wonderfulness. Then they can't get anything less than wonderfulness from you because it just isn't active in the moment, so therefore it doesn't exist for them to pick up on. And you are then only able to evoke what they consider to be the best of them. And that word engagement, what a good word that is. That's co-creating at its best. Deliberate engagement. That's why a gathering like this feels good, because mostly on the same wavelength and reaching for that which is more. But you can find it anywhere you look for it. Understanding that the creative process is ask, which is the first step, which contrast helps you to do. But ask and launching the rocket, that's the first step. But your inner being then getting hold of the rocket and focused, that's step 2. You ask and it is given. Step 1, step 2. But then step 3 is you stop observing, which holds you in the asking. You can't ask and allow at the same time. So this whole conversation today is an in-depth master course in understanding the difference between step 1, step 2, step 3, which you've been talking about for a long, long time, but you haven't been feeling your way there because you are step 1ers. And step 1's a good thing. Just don't stay stuck in step 1. Because step 1 is where your questions come from. It's where your asking comes from. It's also where your defensiveness comes from, your comparison comes from, your justification comes from, your needing to explain yourself into oblivion comes from, your wanting to be understood, you're wanting to shake people. I've given you 10 million words and you still don't get me. Well, that's because it doesn't happen that way. It's where you're aware of wholeness, aware of connection, aware of blending, aware of vortex, aware of the reason for the vortex. In other words, awareness of how it works and what it's about. That will put you in a vibrational frequency where what matches your vibrational frequency will come to you. And really, friends, that's the only thing you want to get you, isn't it? You have a greater awareness. We know you do. You have to. We felt it happen within the room. We felt you shift. You have a greater awareness of your power right now than you did before. And of the perfection of the law of attraction, which is inherent in every physics law, in every mathematical equation. It's inherent in everything that is biological, everything that is everything. This vibrational matching is what it's all about. And so when you really get the notion that you are an extension of source energy who has awareness of you, awareness, not just awareness of who you were before you came into this body, but who you are because you've been in this body and what you've asked for since. Awareness of that vibrational expansion of you, who understands you so completely and isn't at odds with where you are, just understands where you are in relationship with what you're becoming. Talk about ease. That's ease. That's the ease that you're looking for. That realization that I'm okay where I am, and it's even logical that I am here. And having lived what I've lived has caused this to all happen. And now nothing less than that will do. That's why you feel impatient. But if you think you're going to make it happen through determination or demands of others, that's a hard way to go about it. And it produces paltry, puny results. But when you master your alignment with this energy that creates worlds, and you become this worthy feeling pointer that is called by the love that is truly who you are, then no matter what the situation is, you cannot get it wrong. You can't miss it. Sometimes people worry as they listen to us, Abraham, you teach selfishness. We sure do. Because you only have the perspective of self. Abraham, you teach a sort of invincibility. Shouldn't we be more humble? Invincibility is who you are. You didn't say, I'll go and let earth beat me up and then I'll croak and then I'll go do it again. And if I get beaten up enough, I'll know what to avoid. You said, I'll go and I'll choose, because you knew your power of choice and the thrill of focusing, in the thrill of engaging with this source energy. It's about deciding and pointing and feeling what that's like, and then letting the laws of the universe gather up the cooperative components that will turn all of those thoughts to things, and I will know it when I see it. And that's hard for humans. We love you so much. It's hard for you to let go of the way you've been justifying your existence. Do you know what you're most mad about if you're mad? And most of you are. What you're most mad about is that people don't get how hard you're working. People just don't understand the price you're paying. So it makes whiners out of you. It makes explainers out of you. You just work so hard to try to describe a deservability that already exists. Trying to explain why you deserve, you see. Co-creating at its very best. More. So now, why and what have become more clear. Who? Why do you want it? Why do you want it? What is it that you want? Engagement. Engagement with what? Things that match what I'm offering vibrationally. What are you offering vibrationally? Only things that feel good. Why? Because I like to feel good. See how it comes back around to being very, very simple? So what do I want? I want to feel good. Why do I want it? I want to feel good. What is it I want? Engagement that feels good. Who do I want it with? I don't know. I think the law of attraction should figure that out, because the law of attraction, my inner being, everybody knows it's in my vortex. All the details are in there. what I really like, what rings my bells, what makes me laugh, what makes me have fun, what interests me. It is already known. I don't have to explain it. That's observing too much. That's too much in the observing part of it. I'm going to awareness it in. I'm going to sniff it out. I'm going to feel myself. And then all of a sudden, in a day or two or today or right away, it doesn't matter how far, it might be on the television, it might come into your phone, some way, somehow, something that will come to you that is engagement that feels so great. And you say, there, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. That's it. That's just what I was talking about. That's it. That's it. Connect those dots. Revel in that. Feel it. Don't try to explain it to people that could care less. Don't try to make people understand your weirdness. You're too far out there. You are way too far out there. They're not going to get you. They're going to worry about you. You're not supposed to know about energy. You're not supposed to be the master of the universe. You're supposed to struggle and point your canoe upstream and explain stuff to people. That's what most of them want from you. Be more humble and afraid. Be very afraid. And so, before you know it, you've just got your confidence back. You've got your zest for life back. And when you click into that, and you have been clicking in there in various degrees all this time that we've been together, haven't you? And now what's going to happen is, just because of this resonance that you've been feeling as we have been engaging together, and don't one of you for 1 minute exclude yourself from the engagement, because you are 100% of you engaged. You're engaged here. This is something that we are co-creating together. You're in on this, which means you're going to have some obvious dots to connect pretty soon. And when they come, no matter what they are, don't try to explain it to others. Just revel in it and acknowledge the cleverness of your awarenessing that then turned some thoughts to things. But you made the jump. It's like quantum leap. Only it wasn't a quantum leap, because there's no such thing really as a quantum leap, because if it doesn't connect, it doesn't connect. And so you got some stuff there. There aren't enough words to quite put it there, but interestingly, you got it even though there aren't enough words to put it there. Did you feel that you got it?